Life has its ups and downs, but one thing you begin to realize when you just continue to walk with the Lord and you just press on, when you feel like giving up, when you feel like quitting, when you don't feel your best, you say, you know what, I'm going to just keep on going. I'm going to keep on trusting. I'm going to keep on being faithful. I'm going to keep on praising. I'm going to keep on worshiping. You start to realize as you go on in this life and your walk with the Lord that he holds all the cards in his hand, all right, at all times. He's never looking at a situation just fumbling and bumbling around and just like confused and just, oh, I'm just shocked. I'm surprised because he's the Alpha and he's the Omega. He's the beginning and the end. So think of it like this, right? You've got the beginning and you've got the end. And he stands at the beginning and he was before the beginning and he's at the end and he'll be after the end. Every step that you take in between the beginning and the end, every step of the way, he already knows it. He's already seen it. Now watch this. Because time and space cannot contain him, right? You guys can only see this side of the card. The God that we serve, he can see this side and he can see this side at the same exact time, meaning that he's here and he's here at the exact same time. So he sees everything. And because he sees everything, right? And I got the sweater. This was an accident, but I just saw that. Trust God and chill. God at any time can play a card that will change your whole life, right? And from some of you, and I felt this in my spirit the other day when I was in prayer, but I didn't get to record the video, God is going to reverse the curse, all right? Your family has been struggling, right? Your mama struggled with this, your daddy struggled with this, their parents struggled with this. And before, it affects your children, these generational curses, because he's a good God, he says, I'm going to slap this card down in your life. I'm going to do something in your life that's going to reverse the curse. Some of you have had witches speaking curses over life. You've even maybe dabbled in that stuff and you had no idea. The Bible even says rebellion is as witchcraft. All right. And so God says every curse over your life, I'm about to reverse it. The curse of poverty, I'm about to reverse it. All right. There's certain things that maybe are affecting your mind, affecting your energy, affecting your mood, instilling your joy. And you just feel like, man, I seem to always get to this point and I can't go beyond. I can't get into the promised land. I can't get into the greater things that God has for me. Well, guess what? Good news. If you keep the faith, he's going to reverse the curse and you are going to be able to go to that next level. You are going to be able to get that promotion. You're going to be able to go deeper spiritually. You're going to be able to go into that promised land because God will. He is the curse breaker, right? Some of you might have been living with a curse over your life, but the beautiful thing about God is, you know what, at any point in time, you got this card right here and you slap it on the deck, right? Now watch this. Man, I feel the spirit. You got this deck of cards, right? And say this represents your life. And this represents, your heartbreak and your trials and your issues and where you grew up and where you came from. And you get to this place where you say, man, it just feels like I'm cursed. He says, I'll play a card right now. I'll drop a blessing in your life right now that will change the dynamic. It will change the color. It will change the way that everything looks. It looked like it was blue, but I'll turn it to red. It looked like it was dead, but I'll turn it to alive. It looked like it was broken, but I'll fix it. God has the ability, and watch, it don't matter how thick the deck is. That's what he did on the cross. He came in and it's like, boom, yep, this is your sin. Look at this. This is crazy. But he came and he changed the whole color of it. He changed the whole look of it by what he did on the cross. And he can do the same thing in your life. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've done, no matter what it looks like, people can look at it and say, that's a 4, that's an 8. And that's a green red right there, and that's a green 7. That's a sin. That's a divorce. That's a fornication. Yep, that's definitely adultery. Yep, you used to party. You used to do this, and yep. And they'll look at all of this and say, you know what? This disqualifies you. But then God comes in. You see how it just started falling away? He comes in and he slaps this down and he says, no, not so. I'm about to change the whole dynamic. They are a new creature. And guess what? I get to say what the color is. So, you look at it and you say, okay, it was a 4. And then he comes in and he says, boom, no. I say that they're blessed. I say that they're victorious. I say that they're chosen. For some of you, right, you feel like, oh, man, I got a situation that's coming up and it just looks bad and it looks like there's no way out and it looks like I'm just gonna have to go through this ugly situation. It looks like, just the walls are closing in and God's gonna play that skip card. He says, you know what, this is about to pass over you. Don't even worry about it. I got it. It's about to pass over you. God has played this card so many times in some of your lives, you don't even realize it. You don't even realize how many times, right, the enemy was plotting and the enemy was reaching in and the Lord said, nope, pass over them. So many times. And it's a lot of different things. Judgment. So many times he was good to you when you didn't deserve it. So many times the enemy was plotting and scheming. He said, nope, boom, I'm going to pass over them. And here's a good one right here. Y'all gonna like this one, right? Some gummy bear preachers, they probably only preach about, this card and we like it. Blessings. God's gonna say, you know what? Now you might not feel qualified. You might not feel special. But go ahead, just draw two of those. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and, it's like the woman, she was at the well. He said, man, I got living water. You know what I'm saying? I see what you doubt, but I give you one of these right here, and guess what? It ain't gonna be like, when you play this game and you draw two cards and you get, two cards that are basic. When God allows you to draw, it's gonna be something special. It's gonna be like, when God allows you to draw, you know how excited you get, man? Let me see if I got any of these in the deck. My kids lost them. Y'all know what I'm looking for. Boom, there it is. It's that feeling like, oh, yeah. Like, see, when you got this, it kind of changed your mentality. When you got a couple of these cards, it kind of changed your mentality when you playing the game because you start feeling like, man, I got a one in hand right now. And for some of you, right, your whole life you say, man, you know what? The cards that you got dealt, you look at it, and you say, man, I can't do nothing with this. This is a losing hand right here. There's no way I'm going to win because obviously, everybody probably got better cards than me because if this is what I got, man, I can't even get a match. I can't even get a stack right now. And the Lord say, you know what? I'm going to hit you with that draw too. I'm going to give you something that'll change the whole dynamic of your hand. I'm going to give you something that's going to change the whole dynamic of your life. But all you got to do is seek me long enough for me to hand that thing to you. That's what's going to happen in some of your lives. I don't care. You might be looking at, and I don't mean it bad with myself, I don't care about the hand that you were dealt, how bad it looks or how sorry, you feel it is. With God, he going to change that whole dynamic. And see, when he changed that dynamic, you start, you might have been sitting there just, and he changed that dynamic. You can't wait to throw that card down. So, hey, just be encouraged. You guys be blessed. I know this is the Uno message. Hey, let me read this real quick to close this, all right? Because I'm going to put this on Instagram and YouTube. Deuteronomy 28. And it shall come to pass, if thou hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments which I commanded thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. The blessings will overtake thee. It's going to just catch up and just pull you. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, blessed shall thou be in the city, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy nine, and the flocks of the sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. Blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee seven ways. Man, that's that Uno card right there, man. That he changed the whole thing up. The Lord shall establish thee as a holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways. And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, and the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and the fruit of thy ground, and the land which the Lord sware unto the fathers to give thee. The Lord shall open up his good treasure, the heaven, to give thee rain unto thy land in his season, and to bless all the work of thy hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail, and thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and do them. Right there, there's Bible to back up everything that I said. He said, I shall do it. So believe it and be encouraged in Jesus' name. www.marcusrogersministries.org. Love you guys.